you as the students, but also the parents who are represented here. But before I do so, Senator Onyonka, help us understand, because you sit in Parliament, and you've been there. In fact, I think you've been in Parliament since 2007. So you've seen the transformation of universities from about 6 public universities to now, I think we have over 30, if I'm not mistaken, PS? Over 30 public universities? 40 public universities, imagine that. But the financing has been going down. What are your thoughts, and why hasn't Parliament intervened and corrected this before this?
Thank you, Sami. First of all, thanks for giving me an opportunity to be in this wonderful institution. The answer I want to give you is that Parliament is actually part of the problem. The scenario... Sami, the scenario we have in our country, here we are, sitting in a sitting with stakeholders, individuals who are experienced, well-educated, and exposed. And what are we discussing? A program that is supposed to provide funding to university students, which is already implemented, and the implementers know nothing about it. Number 2, I would like to thank my brother, Professor, who was teaching at KU. I always say this, Sami, and I'll repeat it here today in front of these young men and women. Your country is broken down. Unless intelligent and clever people sit down, people of wisdom, to fix some of this nonsense you see here, nothing is going to happen. I will say this. Look at the number of students we have. Look at the families where they come from. You don't even have the data that is going to tell you where this student comes from, where his background is, what is the basic revenue that the family has got. Then people go and sit in an office, concoct some figures, and say, now when you come, decide which band you're going to be. Is it this one, or this one, or this one? So, Sami, my position is very simple, and that is what needs to be done in that National Assembly. University education, primary school education, secondary school education in Kenya must be free.
All right.
Why do I say so?
Yep.
Look at the amount of money we're giving the Ministry of Education. 633 billion shillings a year. That is the money that President Kibaki ran this country the first year he took office and his second year. The whole country. He paid teachers, paid doctors, paid lawyers, paid everybody who would run this country. That is the budget of the Ministry of Education. Only. Where is the money going?
Okay.
The money that you people are supposed to get as capitation for you to go to school for free is actually being eaten by gentlemen and ladies.
Senator.
And I know, Sami, it will take maybe a whole day for us to go through this. Let me explain this. We don't have data on who you are. We don't have data in terms of your revenue in your village, your home, and your family. We don't even know how many children your father has. Why? Because you are being ambushed and being told to give information which you don't know whether it's going to be disadvantageous to yourselves. Then you now are told you've passed an exam and you are going to do medicine. And the professor has said, the PS has said, medicine is going to cost 600,000 shillings. Madam PS, some of these guys who get first-class honors are coming from homes where the total revenue plus the capital and everything is only 50,000 shillings.
All right, Senator.
So, Sami, what are we going to do with this young man or young lady who is going to university, who has finished high school, who is supposed to go to first year, who doesn't even have clothes to wear? And you are asking them so that they look for senator or MP or somebody who can fundraise for them, if not a church, and then you expect that child to finish their education. We are just jokers.
All right, Senator. And
My last comment, Sam, is this. My last comment is this.
I'll get back to you.
This thing we are calling the new model, forget about it. I hope it lasts only this year. Next year, these guys should receive capitation to all their universities. I hope we would have gotten all the data, what you're going to study, how much that BUC Madam is talking about. Every university should tell the Kenyan people what they charge for every subject, why that is so, and why the other university is charging less. We should know. We should know which university is able to provide hostels for their students. We are treating our students like they are street peddlers, and you expect excellence from them. You can't get it.
All right, Senator. And